We're just waiting to go live here on Hira's phone, and then we'll get started, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, it's so good to see you again. As promised, we're back with a second series or a second episode of motherhood talk, everything relating to motherhood. If you remember me, my name is Hira and I'm a labor and birth doula here in the GTA area. So I really think it's important to shed some light on prenatal issues as well as birth and labor, and as well as the postpartum period. Yeah. And Nubera is?
I am a counselor and life coach. I mainly work with women, helping them overcome stress, anger, anxiety, and feelings of depression. I'm just going to share this in one of the pages.
For sure.
We
we have a really interesting setup today. Maybe afterwards we'll share a picture of what our tripods look like today. I live in the West End and Nubera's in the East End, so today I came to the East End. And it was a really, really long drive, but alhamdulillah that we made it, and we're on a fairly decent time schedule, I think, today. Yeah. But I really wanted to, something's going on with my phone. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if any of our cameras turn off at any point, we'll just share it on each other's page, and so that way you guys can still tune in and watch. So we were talking for a few weeks about what kind of topics we'd be discussing, and today we thought we really should talk about life after kids, because that's something that pretty much applies to all of us at some point or another. I know we both went through it, both with our first pregnancies and our second. Or third, or however many, everyone, it's something that kind of repeats itself. We do tend to get a bit better at it over time, but I have also heard stories where people may have had like an easier first child, and it wasn't that difficult of an adjustment, but then their second child is like very high needs or a lot more sensitive, and so that makes it that much harder. Even though it's your second baby or your third baby, sometimes you get like the wild card child. And it can throw a bit of a curveball on you, especially if you didn't have that the first time around, right? So we're going to talk about life after kids. So
do you want to first share something that you went through that had, like after either your first child or your second child, that affected your marriage, and what did you do about it?
So I think the number one thing that people don't realize, and including myself in my own experience, and even what my clients tell me, is that we actually don't realize how much our life is going to change after kids. I think we all sort of have this expectation of ourselves and what is expected from us in society as well. So my image of motherhood was very different than what it was actually like. I really did envision myself like pushing a really cute stroller and having like a designer baby bag. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of that. But I kind of was like, I'll just be like in the mall and pushing my baby, and that was the extent of what I thought would go into it. And then of course it happened, and it was as if someone threw like a bucket of ice water on me.
Right.
And I was like, okay, wow, like this is a lot more different. And when I really realized that, like, my baby needed me, and my baby, like, I had to calm him down. And he relied so much on me. I think that was a strange realization, like to realize, like, whose baby's crying? And then I'm like, oh, that's my baby. I have to calm him down, and I have to, be the one to nurture him. So I think that was a big change for me in terms of like going from the role of a wife to graduating to the role of a mother. So I wasn't really ready for that. But alhamdulillah, like, I think having the right resources around you and having good support helps that transition be easier. One thing I think I can think of was just the shock of like how there was no alone time, at all, like initially. And like I said, I had this baby who needed me all the time, and anytime I went away, like even for example to just take a shower or to go to the washroom, like I felt really guilty. And sometimes I would be in the shower and I would like hear my baby crying.
Yeah.
And when I come out, he wasn't crying.
Right. Yeah.
I would like imagine things. And so I think that balancing act of being like a wife and a mother was really challenging because, you know, during the day it felt like my baby needed me all day. And then, you know, in the evenings my husband would come home and, you know, I try to be like upbeat and happy, but really, you know, I had a hard day or my baby, I was just exhausted. And I even joke about it now, like